Good morning students. So today we are going to discuss about general account and diversity of fungi. Before going the fungus, so we are going to discuss about little introduction about the plant kingdom. As a linear scientist, entire the plant kingdom mainly is divided in two categories. Number one is cryptograms, number two that is in phanerograms. So here what is the meaning of cryptograms? Cryptograms means general answer that is in non-flowering plants. Sir, these are all the plants you are looking in only where the shady places, where the water, where the lakes, where the ponds, particularly in the rainy seasons. This area, so we are looking in cryptograms. Second one is phanerograms. So phanerograms means flowering plants. So these plants are looking in all the places we are looking. These are all the plants are looking in entire the places. So these cryptograms, again it is divided in three categories. Number one is Thallophyta, number two is Bryophyta, number third one that is in Pteridophyta. So what is the meaning of Thallophyta? Thallophyta means thallus, means it is undifferentiated plant. Undifferentiated means there is no proper root system, there is no proper stem system, there is no proper leaf systems. So when we are looking these type of the structures, we call that is in Thallophyta. Second one is Bryophyta, third one is Pteridophyta. Sir, Bryophyta means this is a little bit advanced above the Thallophyta. So these plants are looking little differentiated plants. So after the Pteridophytic plants, all totally differentiated plant. So next one, Thallophyta. Sir, but all the thallophytic plants, we are not looking the same. So here we are looking different type of the plant is there. First one is algae, second one is fungus. So algae means the first photosynthetic primitive land plants, we call that is in algae, and second one is fungus. So now we are going to discuss about the fungus. So introduction of fungi. The term fungus is derived from the Greek word spongis, meaning spongy like, and refers to the softy fleshy sponge like fruit bodies of mushrooms. The study of fungi is called in mycology. Mycos meaning mushrooms, logos meaning science. So spongy is a specialized on echlorophyll plants, second one that is a heterotrophic plants, and a third one that is in eukaryotic organisms. So here echlorophyls. What is the meaning of echlorophyls? Where the absence of chlorophyll, we call that is in echlorophyls. Means second one heterotrophs. Heterotrophs means these are all the plants you are looking, means depending on where the host, there is no host, there is no fungus. So that's why we call this is in heterotrophic plants. And third one, this is the most important, these are all eukaryotic organisms, means these are all the cells are eukaryotic, means it is in advanced fungus. So these fungus hyphae is a special possessing cell wall is generally made up of fungal chitin. So reproduce asexual and sexual, producing by the spores characteristics of each group. The fungus constitute living organisms divided in chlorophyll, other photosynthetic pigments, and their cell wall have definite walls. The fungi, it is a cosmopolitan distribution, means the fungus we are looking entire the world wise. So we are looking in different type of the environment, different type of the places. So the fungus are found growing in all substrates with some organic matters and moistures. They are found in water, soil, on decaying plants and animal parts. That's why the fungus, we are looking entire the cosmopolitan distributions, entire the environment, we are looking the fungus. The fungus includes water molds, yeast, and powdery mildews, cup-like structures, rust, smut, jelly, fungi, so bracket fungi, puffballs, different type of the shapes, different type of the structures you are looking in fungus. And particularly one more important point is there, in higher plants, when we are looking the root systems, that area we are looking in special type of the fungus. So that type of the fungus we call that is in mycorrhiza. Here myco means fungus, rhizo means rhizoids. Which fungus we are looking in where the root systems, we call that is in mycorrhiza. And next one, so what is the importance of the fungus? The fungus important to everyday human life. The fungus are important decomposers in most ecosystems. Fungi as a food play role human nutrition in the form of mushrooms, and also agents of formation in the production of bread, cheese, alcoholic beverages, and different type of industries we are looking to the fungus. And so these fungus is producing antibiotics in agriculture by maintaining soil fertility. So the fungus are also produced to some type of the toxins, some type of the chemicals. So for example, some of the species fungi also produce toxic substances known as mycotoxins. So for example, that is the aflatoxins. And second one, the yeast. Yeast are used in baking the bean for the production of carbon dioxide and alcohols. So not only these are all the things, one edible fungus also most important. Agaricus is the most important. So it is giving to heavy proteinaceous food. That's why we are all using in the food industries in agaricus species. And some of the poisons fungi also is there. Some fungi are structure production antibiotics, that is the penicillin. Particularly some of the fungus is produced to the different type of the antibiotics. Example, it is in penicilliums. And claviceps fungus is produced to the alkaloids. And not only this one, some of the fungus is produced to the growth regulators, that is the gibberellins, for example, is the most important growth regulators. And the fungus is produced to, some fungus is produced to organic acids, that is of lactic acid, citric acids. Some fungus is produced to the enzymes, that is of cellulose and catalase and lactase. So these are all the most important play role in our human life. So not only these are all the things, some of the fungus is produced to the vitamins, some of the fungus is produced into the mycoproteins. For example, riboflavin, this is the most important vitamins. So this is also most important. Some of the fungus is produced to different type of the vitamins. So and next, so all the fungus means the fungus, it is an undifferentiated plant. Undifferentiated means it is a thallus. Okay, there is no proper root system, stem system, leaf system. That's why thallus organization in fungus. The vegetative body, the fungal, it is in a thyloid, not differentiated into root, stem and leaves. Generally, the thallus, it is a main two types. One, it is in unicellular thallus, second one that is in filamentous thallus. So unicellular thallus, what is the meaning of in unicellars? So uni means these fungus we are looking only one structures, we call that is in unicellars. So are mainly seen among the zoosporic, for example in Masticomycotina. So these fungus, it is a unicellular fungus. And other example that is in Ascomycotina, and next one, second one, that is Olpidium and Syncytium and Catidiomycetes. So these are all the fungus are unicellular fungus. So less fungi is there in unicellars. And second one, that is a filamentous. This is the most important. So majority fungus we are looking in filamentous type. When the fungus is going to the reproduction systems, all the unicellular forms holocarpic thallus, means when the fungus is going to the reproduction system, entire the plant body is germinated, entire the plant body is produced some special type of the structures, we call that is in sporangiums. okay, or we call another name that is in gametangium. During the reproduction systems, holocarpic, and second one that is in monocentric. So what is the meaning of in holocarpic? Entire the plant body modified as a special reproductive structures, we call that is in holocarpic. So second one that is in the thallus of other unicellular fungi is differentiated into vegetative and reproductive. This one is the most important. Some of the fungus, okay, when it's going to the reproduction systems, the body is divided in two parts. One, it is in vegetative reproductive part, second one that is in reproductive part. So these type of the fungus we call that is in eucarpic, second one that is in polycentric, another name we call that is in polycentric. And one more important is there, some of the fungus that is in a yeast fungus, so it is germinated some type of the, that is of in some type of the yeast cells. Yeast cell is produced to buddings, daughter cells. So these are also we are looking in special type of the reproduction systems. And one more important point is that some of the fungus in, there is no special cell wall structure. The instead of cell wall structures, there we are looking in plasmodium. We call, so these plasmodium we are looking in only myxomycetes. And next one, some of the fungus, so we are looking different type of the shapes is there. So one time we are looking one shape, if you are looking in other some of 1 month or 2 months, we are looking another shape is there, we call that is in dimorphic. So means two type of the shapes we are looking in the fungus. And next one, the filamentous thallus. So generally the mycelium is majority fungi in made up of filamentous structures, is called hyphae. Depending on the presence of absence of septa, the hyphae mycelium is divided in two types. One, it is in aseptate mycelium, second one that is in septate myceliums. Okay, the filamentous thallus we are looking in two types is there. One, it is in aseptate, means so when we are looking in the filamentous type, there is no any branches. The nucleus, the protoplasm is goes to one place to other places, entire the filament it goes to one place to other places, we call that is in aseptate mycelium. And second one that is in septate. Septate means branch like structures is there, so we call that is in septate myceliums. So and some of the fungi septum shows simple pore center through which is the protoplasm, means one cell to other cell, when is going to in between the cell, there you are looking one pore like structures is there. This pore like structure is two types is there. One, it is a simple pore, second one that is in barrel shape, dolly pore shape. So barrel shape, simple pore means, so here we are looking only one dot like structure is there, one cell to other cells, so it is attached to this cell to other cells. This simple structure is there, we call that is in simple pore. Second one that is in dolly pore. Dolly pore means it is just like a umbrella shape, barrel shape structures is there, we call that is in barrel shapes. And next one, arrangement of cell structures. The higher fungi hyphae aggregate from organized tissues. The fungal tissues is generally described, that is a plectenchyma, means when the fungal is association, the cell structure is association very close association hyphae is there, we call that is in plectenchyma. Second one that is in prosenchyma. So prosenchyma means arrangement of loose cell structures are very loose is there, we call that is in prosenchyma. Okay, so next one, that is another one is there, pseudoparenchyma, which is a compact arrangement of filaments. So this is the arrangement of hyphae filamentous. So next point, the fungal tissues either pseudoparenchyma is associated with reproductive structures, means some of the fungus is going to, when the reproduction system separate structures is there, we call that is in stromata, means single stroma is there. So here I am showing one chart that is in unicellular thallus and second one that is in filamentous thallus. Okay, so here second chart that is again I am showing one that is a cenocytic. You see, when you are looking in the cenocytic, there is no any branch like structures is there, means one protoplasm is goes to entire the thallus, so that is in cenocytic. And second one here I am showing that is of septate, means one branches like structures is there. And here now you see this is a holocarpic, means entire the when it is going to the reproduction system. So one, it is in a only vegetative structure is going to the reproduction systems. Second one is a reproductive, two types of parts is there, we call that is a holocarpic. And here simple pore and barrel shaped structures is there. So next one here is of plectenchyma, pseudoparenchyma and parenchyma. And next one, cell structure of cell wall. So you see generally the cell walls, the plant cell wall is made up of different type of the molecules, true structures is there. When we are looking in the fungus, so it is made up of chitin. It is made up of in chitin. This is a special cell structures is there. The vegetative cell fungi are typically eukaryotic with all major structural components. Eukaryotic. This is advanced cell structures. That's why we call this is in eukaryotic. And the next one, the fungal cell includes one, it is a cell wall is there, all type of next one, so plasma membrane, nucleus and mitochondria, endoplasmic reticulum, ribosomes, Golgi operators, lomosomes and lysosomes. So all type of whatever we are looking in the cell, in all the structures we are looking in cell, fungal cell walls. So next, generally the fungal cell wall is made up of 80 to 90% of polysaccharides and 1 to 15% of protein, and next one 2 to 10% of lipids. So these are all the sections we are looking in fungal cell. The cell wall comprise most of the plant's dry weight and composed of primarily three polymer components: cellulose, hemicellulose and lignin. These three components are most important when we are looking in the fungal cell. Dry plant is generally contains 40 to 50% of cellulose, 50 to 25% of hemicellulose and 20 to 50% of lignin, and other 5 to 10% components is there. So next, hyphae growth means when the cell structures we are looking, the growth, okay, so this is a polarized hyphae grow only at the tip of the branches. So the hyphae apex is more less devoid of most cellulose except of large number of cytoplasmic and vessels that thought the function in hyphae tip of the growth. So and next, some of the fungi, the mycelial thallus is produce some specialized somatic structures. So we call that is in rhizoids, rhizomorphs and aposoria, hastorias and hypophodia. So these are all the special names is there when the mycelium is produced to fungal cell. So next, diagram, that is a fungal cell, and next here I am showing second one, that is a fungal cell wall. So next one, nutritions, how to take the food material, the fungus. The fungus generally we know very well, it is heterotrophs, means depending on the host. There is no host, there is no fungus. That's why the fungus always depending on the host. Okay, so generally the fungus is divided mainly three categories. One, it is in parasites, number two, that is in saprophytes, and number third one, that is in symbiotic. So first, what is the meaning of parasite? Parasite means the fungus can be totally depending on the host. There is no host, there is no fungus. We call that is in parasites. So these parasites are two types is there. One, it is in obligate parasites. Second one, that is in facultative parasites. Obligate parasite means they cannot grow in culture medium in labs. So it is totally depending on the host. We call that is in obligate parasite. So second one, facultative parasite. So facultative parasite means it is depending on the host. If there is no host, in spite of it can survive. We call that is in facultative parasites. So after second one, saprophytes. So saprophyte means these fungi we are looking in only where the dead materials, that area we are looking in saprophytes. And third one, that is in symbiotic. Symbiotic means it is close association with other any life forms. So we call that is in symbiotic associations. For example, so you know very well the rhizobium bacteria we are looking to where the nodular root systems similar. So the same type of the structures, so we call that is in symbiotic, means with associations any others we call that is in symbiotic associations. And one more important point is there, biotrophs. Biotrophs means some of the obligate parasites culture in our laboratory, they are called in biotraps. And the next one, endoparasites and ectoparasites. Endoparasites means the fungus can grow inside the cell, we call that is in endoparasites. The fungus can grow outside the cell, so we call that is in ectoparasites. So here I am showing one more diagram, that is a parasitic fungi and a saprophytic and a symbiotic associations. So next, generally the reproduction system of fungus. Here the fungus, we are looking at three types of the reproduction systems. One, it is in vegetative reproduction system, second one is asexual reproduction system, and third one that is in sexual reproduction systems. So first one, vegetative reproduction systems. So already we know very well, vegetative means when the break down the rest of the portion, automatically it is produced the new plant, we call that is in vegetative reproduction system. Here fragmentation and fission, budding, arthrospores and chlamydospores, gemma, sclerotia. So these are all the vegetative reproduction systems. And second one, asexual reproduction systems. There is no interaction between plus and minus, we call that is in asexual reproduction systems. So the fungi is germinated special type of the spores, that is in zoospores, aplanospores and sporangiospores, conidiospores, rhizomorphs. For example, so different type of the fungus is produced different type of the spores. So all these we call that is in asexual reproduction systems. So not only these systems, some of the fungi is produced to some special type of the fruiting bodies. So that is in cinnamata, sporocarp, sporodium, acerulus and pycnidiums. So these are all the special type of asexual reproduction fruiting bodies. So next one, sexual reproduction systems. So sexual reproduction system means interaction between plus and minus, we call that is in sexual reproduction systems. So generally when we are looking the fungus, here three steps is there in reproduction systems. One, it is in plasmogamy, second one that is in karyogamy, and third one that is in meiosis. So first one, the fungi may be monoecious, bisexual, and second one that is in dioecious, unisexuals. The monoecious fungi are called homothallic. This point is most important in the fungus. So dioecious fungi are differentiated male and female thallus. Such thallus are sexually self-sterile. So we call that is in heterothallic. Means homothallic means bisexual and unisexuals is there. Second one that is in heterothallic. Some of the fungi not going to, means here the sexually differ, vegetative same. So we call that is in heterothallic. So and next, the sex organs are called gametangia, and so the plasmogamy takes place by the different method, that is of in planogametic copulations, gametangial contact, gametangial copulations, spermatizations and somatogamy. So this is all the different type of the sexual reproduction system is there. And the fungi, when going to the reproduction systems, it is produced to special type of the hormones. So we call that is in sex hormones is there, that is of in anthrodials and trisporic. So this is the reproduction systems, so fungus. So and next, now we are going to classification of the fungi. So enter the fungi is divided mainly two categories. One, it is in Myxomycota, second one that is in Eumycota. The first, what is the meaning of in Myxomycota? Absence of cell wall. Instead of cell wall, when we are looking in that area, plasmodium structures is there. We call that is in Myxomycota. Sir, again it is divided in four categories. Yeah. So second one is Eumycota. This is the most important fungus. The first one that is in Masticomycotina, Zygomycotina, Ascomycotina, Basidiomycotina and Deuteromycotina. Generally the Eumycota, it is a little bit advanced of Myxomycota. So here, I am giving little introduction about the Masticomycotina. So Masticomycotina means where the zoosporic fungi, we call that is in Masticomycotina. So where the non-zoosporic fungi, aplanospores, we call that is in Zygomycotina. And third one that is in Ascomycotina, means where the fruiting bodies is there, so we call that is in Ascomycotina. And third one, you see the sexual reproduction system rarely absent in Basidiospores, we call that is in Basidiomycotina. And last one that is in Deuteromycotina, total absence of sexual reproduction system, that is in Deuteromycotina. So and the next one, the fungal diversity, means the fungus you are looking entire the world wise, cosmopolitan distributions. So some of the fungi I am giving the examples: soil fungi and seed-borne fungi, aquatic fungi and entomogenous fungi and catenatophilic fungi. So different type of the fungi is there. Okay, fungal diversity, the one it is in a soil fungi, the phyloplain fungi and seed-borne fungi, water fungi and phyllobalances fungi and catenatophilic fungi is there. So fungi in extreme environments, temperature is of the cordial factor which determines the distribution of many fungi. Depending on the range of temperature at which can grow the classified. One it is in psychrophilous fungi, grow in low temperature, mesophil fungi grow in moderate temperature and thermophilic fungi grow in 40 to 50 temperatures. Halophilic fungi, sodium chloride for their growth.